Welcome to the deep dive, and today we're diving headfirst into a rugby obsession deep dive.
That's right.
If you live for that, exhilarating strategic brilliance in rugby,
hmm
and you want to stay completely clued in on the latest tactical shifts shaking up the game, well, you're definitely in the right place.
Absolutely.
And hey, for even more of this kind of insight, make sure you hit subscribe for Rugby Obsession. You really don't want to miss out.
Good call.
So today, our spotlight is on a really fascinating piece from Planet Rugby. It's kicked off a huge debate across the rugby world.
It really has.
It gets into the Springboks' recent, boundary-pushing tactics and features some incredibly insightful thoughts from Scott Robertson, the All Blacks head coach.
Yeah, that's right. So our mission for you today is basically to pull apart these unconventional strategies the Boks unveiled to sort of grasp the controversy they've ignited and, importantly, explore what these plays might mean for, the future of the sport.
So by the end of this, you'll be totally up to speed.
Exactly. Properly well-versed in one of the hottest topics in rugby right now.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The setting was that South Africa versus Italy game. A pretty dominant 45-0 win for the Springboks.
Yeah, sealed the series 2-0.
But it wasn't just a win, was it? It felt like a statement, a tactical declaration that got everyone talking instantly.
Definitely.
And here's where it got really interesting. Two specific moments just set the rugby world buzzing.
Sure. Tell us about the first one.
Okay, first, this thing they're calling the kickoff gambit. You had Andre Esterhuizen deliberately collecting Manny Levik's chip kick,
Right.
but from an offside position before it went the full 10 meters.
Which normally would be.
A penalty, yeah. But here, it seemed like a calculated move, designed purely to get a scrum for them, the visitors. It looked totally planned.
Wow. Okay, and the second one?
The second one was maybe even more eye-catching, the aerial maul.
Ah, yes, I remember seeing clips of this.
Right. Rassie Erasmus's men twice set up a maul by lifting a player high in the air, like you would at a lineout, basically.
But in open play, after receiving a kick or turnover.
Exactly. And both times, these really audacious moves led straight to tries.
Incredible. And what makes that even more remarkable
Go on.
is they did all this, got that dominant win, despite having Jasper Wise sent off really early. They played most of the game with 14 men.
That's a crucial point. It really underlines the effectiveness or maybe the shock value of these tactics.
Yeah.
I mean, watching it, I was thinking, wait, is that allowed? It caught me completely off guard.
I think it caught a lot of people off guard.
And immediately, these tactics, they didn't just start a bit of chat. They properly divided opinion.
For sure. But what was the core of that division? Was it strictly about legality or something else?
That's the key question, isn't it? Was it like, does law X permit this? Or more a feeling of, well, that's just not rugby.
Exactly. And, while some immediately cried foul, sort of pointing to the letter of the law and questioning it,
Right.
a big part of the conversation did shift towards the spirit of the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Italy coach, for instance, Gonzalo Casada, he actually accused the Springboks of disrespect. He felt it went against rugby's unwritten rules, maybe?
Interesting. But was that the general feeling?
Well, not entirely. I think much of the broader rugby community, while definitely surprised, kind of leaned towards appreciating the sheer ingenuity of it.
Okay.
Seeing it less as rule-breaking and more as brilliantly exploiting the existing rules, finding a loophole, almost.
And this is where Scott Robertson's view comes in, right? The All Blacks coach. He said he was intrigued.
He did. And what's fascinating, he connects it back to his own experiences.
Yeah.
He's not entirely new to this kind of boundary pushing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he shared a story from when he played at Perpignan. His team would deliberately kick the ball out on the full,
Okay.
but with the forward pack already positioned behind the kicker, all designed specifically to get a scrum in a favorable position.
Ah, okay. So this idea of using the laws in unexpected ways isn't totally new, as he points out. Precisely. It shows that kind of strategic, maybe out-of-the-box thinking has been around. And Robertson really nails it, I think, with his philosophical take. We have laws, not rules.
Laws, not rules. That's such a great line. It captures something essential about rugby, doesn't it?
It really does. It's not just a clever phrase. It's kind of the foundation that allows these sorts of innovations to even happen.
Yeah.
What do you think that distinction really means in practice for coaches like Erasmus or Robertson?
Well, I mean, they're not just ticking boxes against a rule book, are they? They're interpreting a framework. They're constantly looking for those little edges, those advantages that aren't explicitly forbidden.
Right.
Finding the gray areas, maybe,
Mhm.
the gaps between the written law and what's, traditionally done. It's not breaking rules. It's bending them, stretching them.
Yeah, stretching them is a good way to put it.
And that's such a core part of rugby's strategic chess match. You don't always see that so overtly in other sports. It keeps the game so adaptive, constantly evolving.
Exactly. And because these tactics are, as Robertson implies, inherently up for interpretation, the whole rugby world is now watching very closely to see how World Rugby responds, if they respond at all.
Yeah. Will they clarify the law or just let it play out?
That's the big question. When does this kind of creative thinking push things too far, requiring a rewrite of the laws? And when does it just redefine how the game can be played within the existing laws?
Can really fine line. And the debate is definitely ongoing.
For sure.
But it seems clear that Robertson, personally, sees the Springboks approach quite positively overall. He praised their innovation, their ingenuity.
Yeah, he used words like creativity. He seemed genuinely impressed.
He said, and I'm quoting here, "We're talking about it. That's the good thing." He called it pretty unique and actually great for our game.
So he sees this kind of tactical bravery as a positive force for rugby, something that makes it distinct.
Yeah, elevates it somehow.
And if you connect that to the bigger picture, what's really captivating here is how these moments spark such, well, robust conversation. And they really demonstrate rugby's incredible adaptability, don't they? It pushes everyone, coaches, players, even us watching, to think critically.
Yeah, think about how you can use your strengths and surprise people, like Robertson said, within that framework of laws.
Exactly. It's not just about power or speed. It's about outthinking, outmaneuvering your opponent, exploring every possible strategic angle.
Right.
Robertson even joked, didn't he, about going to ring World Rugby?
He did, which just shows how high a level this discussion has become. It's not just fans debating online. It's top coaches, really, considering the implications.
Absolutely.
And hey, just before we wrap up with final thoughts, a quick reminder. If you enjoy these deep dives into strategy and the stories shaping rugby, do subscribe to Rugby Obsession.
Yeah, definitely worth it to stay ahead of the curve.
So turning back to you listening, what really stands out for you about these tactics? When you saw them or hear about them now, do you see them as brilliant flashes of innovation? Or maybe pushing things just a bit too far, crossing that line we talked about?
We'd genuinely love to hear your opinions on this. It's such a fascinating, evolving part of the game.
It really is.
Yeah.
So just to recap briefly, this deep dive into the Springboks tactics, well, it really showcases rugby as a sport that's constantly in flux, isn't it?
Constantly innovating, challenging its own conventions. It's a testament to the creativity and strategic depth that coaches and players bring.
Absolutely. It really makes you consider, the ingenuity we've seen here.
Yeah.
It might just be the start, the tip of the iceberg for future tactical shifts.
That leads to a really interesting thought to leave you with. If we connect this to that bigger picture, how might World Rugby's eventual stance, whatever it is, on these specific tactics, how might that shape the game for, say, the next generation?
Yeah, what precedents might be set.
Exactly. And what other unexpected, maybe law-bending shifts could we possibly see emerge from this new era of creative play? What's the next aerial maul waiting to happen?
Fantastic questions to ponder. Definitely food for thought. Thank you so much for tuning into this Rugby Obsession deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
And please don't forget to subscribe to Rugby Obsession so you never miss out on these kinds of insights. We look forward to you joining us for our next deep dive.